Let's have a real talk, guys. A profile or a life account. Well, when I mean life account, I mean your personal account. So, which is more better? To trade a profile or to trade a personal account? Now, it all depends on, right? It all depends on your goal and your situation, right? I think that's the first thing to realize. It comes down to your situation, it comes down to your goal as well. The first question I'm going to ask you is, if you have funds, like if you have enough money, like let's say maybe you come from a rich background and you're into trading and you have somebody that can fund you like 100k, why take a profit? Why should you take a profit? It's not necessary. So I said trading is a numbers game, right? Trading is a numbers game. Yeah, trading is totally a numbers game, and don't let anybody deceive you. You can't make it in trading with $20. You can't make it in trading with even $100, right? So let's assume you have a 100k account. 1% of 100k is $1,000. You see, so this trading is a numbers game. That's why I said you can't make it with $20. You can't make it with $100. So you need that number. You need numbers. You need funds. So, but the topic here is trading a life account or profit account. Like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, it depends on your situation, it depends on your goal as well. So if you have money, you can trade your personal account, because I see no reason why anybody should trade profit account if they have their money, if they have money. But despite all the rules and everything, those rules can be very, very annoying. Although those rules keep you grounded, right? Not that they are very, very annoying, they keep you grounded, they make you stay disciplined, and it's good. But there are some hidden rules as well that isn't good, that is very, very annoying. So, but trading your personal account, you have this flexibility, right? It is why trading your personal account is good. But if you don't have the money, then the only way for you to scale up is trading profit accounts. Trading profit account, because that's the only way you can scale up. Now let's assume you have 100k account, you buy a 100k account, and you pass your phase 1, you pass your phase 2, and you make 1%, 2%, 3%. $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. You keep making this money. With time, you can start trading your own personal account. You can start funding your account maybe 5k, funding your account 10k, funding your account 2k. Now, it all comes down to how much you're willing to risk, right? So, personally for me, I'm always going to prefer personal accounts. But since I don't have the numbers, I'm always going to go with profit accounts. And as time goes on, I'm going to save and keep saving until I can fund that 100k, until I can fund that 200k, until I can fund that 50k. So this is the dream, this is the goal. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts is, right? But regardless of anything, I still feel like trading your personal account is also good, right? Even if it's $100, just fund and try to scale it up, right? Try to scale it up and try to scale it maybe to 200, try to scale it to 300. And you don't need to one thing about some individuals is when they fund $100, they want to take it to $1,000. It's not like it's not possible. It's possible. It's highly possible. But not possible. Yeah, it's highly possible. You can trade your $100 to 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 to 100k. But see, let me just be real with you. Yeah, let me just be real. If you have $100, try your possible best to trade it, or to scale it up to 200 first, right? Scale it up to 200. Then maybe you can withdraw your principal, which is the $100, which is the money, the initial money you deposited. Like you found your $100, you scale it up to 200, you remove your 100, then you try to scale up the other 100. But the thing is, some individuals are just crazy. They are mad. Like, they are crazy. They found 100, they want to take it to 1,000 immediately. They want to take it to 2,000 immediately. They want to take it to 3,000. They want to take it to 100k. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like it's not possible. It's possible, right? It's possible. And now, some people get caught up in this stuff, right? Some people literally get caught up in this stuff. And what I mean get caught up is a big trader out there, or somebody who has money, or somebody who is, let me just say, a big trader out there, yeah, can just come up and just put $100 and try to flip it to maybe 1,000. And if you try to flip that 100 to 1,000, that thing you're doing is absolutely poor risk management. It's flipping. It's called flipping, right? It is called flipping for a reason. And anything that has to do with flipping has poor money management. So while you're flipping this stuff, sometimes it might work, sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't work, right? Most of the time it doesn't work, and they don't post it. But whenever it works, they post it. And somebody out there, a newbie, or maybe somebody out there who doesn't really know how these things work, and just maybe found their last $100. They will fund their last $100, expecting to just make expecting to grow the 100 to 1,000 in 2 days or in 1 day. So many people get caught up in this stuff. I've seen many people getting caught up in this stuff. If you're being realistic, I'm a realist. That's why I don't fall for those kind of stuff. I don't fall for things like that. I'm a realist. So if I have $100, my goal is to trade to 200. It's not like I don't make mistakes. It's not like I don't blow my money. Recently, I blew about $90-something. So recently I blew about $90-something, and that $90-something, I traded it from small, and I just try to flip it. This is the thing. Flip, greed is the only reason why we flip our account. So immediately you start flipping your account, or immediately you start having this flip mindset, just know that you're showing poor risk management, and either it works or it doesn't work. So the thing is, if you want to flip, make sure you have enough capital. Like, make sure you have enough capital. So when you flip, it doesn't work, you fund another one. You just fund again. You flip, it doesn't work, you fund again. You flip, it doesn't work, you fund again. And when it works, maybe you can start posting that one. But for now, if you know you're a beginner out there, don't get caught up in this stuff. Normally, we human beings, we are really, really obsessed with this immediate gratification, right? So it's normal, and anybody can fall for that stuff. So, but you don't. After watching this video, make sure you don't fall for those things. Trade professional. Think long term, right? Think long term. Think 2 years time, 3 years time. Think long term. If Warren Buffett was thinking short term, Warren Buffett wouldn't be the richest man, one of the richest men in the world today. So always think long term. And if you want to flip, make sure you have a backup account. Make sure you have a backup funds, right? If you want to flip, this is a warning. If you want to flip, make sure you have a backup funds. So that when you lose it, you can bring it that one and start trading again. Make sure you do. If you know you're starting up, and when I mean starting up, which means you want to start growing your capital, you need to start with profit accounts. And it doesn't matter the account size. You can start with 5k account, you can start with 5k, you can start with 10k, whatever you can afford, you can start with that. And the main thing is not the account, the main thing is you. The question is, do you know how to trade? Now, do you know how to trade is not, do I know technical analysis? Do you know how to trade is not, do you know how to read price action? Do you know how to trade is can you control yourself? Are you disciplined enough? Because that's where everything falls down to. Now, if you know technical analysis and you can't even like show discipline, it's not going to work. You're not going to pass that account. So if you know how to trade, if you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing, you have a track record, you can purchase a 5k account. And I believe and I know if you pass a 5k account, you can withdraw up to $200, $300, $400, $100. And that's how you start scaling up, right? That's how you start scaling up. So if you're starting out, you don't have money, start with a Perfume account. Start with the Perfume account. So especially we here in Africa, right? We are in Africa, so most of the time it's rare to see somebody who has 100k account. And even though you're from a rich family, I've not seen anywhere that somebody in Africa inherited up to 100k does. I've not seen that kind of stuff. Maybe it happens, I don't know, but I've not seen. So if you're out there and you're start up with a Perfume account, and if you have money, if you have the funds, if like you can fund 100k, you can fund 50k. Not your savings, not your last money. If you know you have money, let's say you have 100k, you can fund 50k, and you can trade it. If you know what you're doing, you can trade it and make money. Because you have more flexibility, you can trade anytime you want, you can do whatever you want. You can risk 3%, 4%, 5%, all this stuff. So it's always good to trade your own personal account, because the flexibility is just crazy, right? But if you don't have money, you don't have funds, start up with a Perfume account, which isn't bad. And you're not just trading the Perfume account just to make money, you're also teaching yourself discipline, right? So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to like this video as well, and don't forget to share. And if you want to buy a Perfume account, I'm going to leave a link in the description so you can purchase a FundedNext account. Peace out guys.